If you're an animal lover and Costa Rica is on your destination list, then you won't want to miss this.
Costa Rica is known for its lush green rainforest, amazing outdoor adventure, warm culture, and pura vida. Just 90 minutes north of San Jose Airport, nestled in the heart of Costa Rica's breathtaking rainforest, there's a hidden gem called the Lands in Love Resort. But this isn't just any resort. It's a sanctuary for over 1,300 rescued animals and a haven for nature lovers. The heart and soul of Lands in Love is its animal rescue center, dedicated to rescuing and rehabilitating injured and abandoned animals. The center has provided a second chance for countless creatures. They offer tons of adventurous excursions, and the proceeds of the excursions, the restaurant, and the hotel lodging go towards funding the care for the animals.
Hey guys, my name is Tanya, and this is my friend Brittany.
Hi.
And we've been invited to the Lands in Love Resort, where we get to spend 5 days here, and the lovely staff has set up amazing outdoor activities for us, and one of the days is going to be spent meeting all of the amazing animals that they have here. This resort expands across 300 acres of gorgeous jungle. Many of the excursions are located directly on the property. The reception and the lobby is artistically decorated.
That's also where you'll find the strongest Wi-Fi signal.
There's a refreshing pool you can lounge at.
Beautiful lakes surrounded by vibrant greenery and scenic views.
There's one restaurant on the property, and true to their mission to support animals, it is completely vegan. So we're gonna be doing 5 days without animal products. I don't think I've ever gone, well, minus fasting for over 24 hours intentionally. I've never gone without like eggs or some kind of animal product. So
That's gonna be the hardest for me too. Like, I'm not a huge meat eater.
or eater.
Or eater. I'm a very picky eater, but I can go without meat for a couple days. But with animal products, that's just like unheard of for me.
Yeah. The nice thing is a lot of the food is homegrown here, so it's super organic. When there's leftovers, they feed it to the animals, so nothing here is wasted.
Yes.
Which is amazing.
That was my big thing. I'm a small eater, so I was worried about having too many leftovers because I always feel bad wasting. And you can't always bring food back to your hotel and rewarm things, and sometimes they don't taste as good, and it cuts out of the experience of going to the restaurant and seeing everybody. So I was glad to hear that all my leftovers were not being wasted.
The restaurant menu has an impressive variety of cuisines, from pad thai, Mediterranean,
This is a
chicken wraps, and tons of desserts. But of course, all the meats have a plant substitute.
She wasn't lying. It's good.
I attempted to try as many things on the menu as I possibly could, and I have to say, I was pleasantly surprised at how flavorful everything was.
What was your favorite excursion?
Oh my gosh. I think it was the canyoning. I really, really, really loved rappelling down the waterfall and going down the bridge. Like, that was cool. Yeah, what was your favorite excursion?
I would say, oh, that's hard. I really
right?
was excited for the Tarzan swing. I like zip lining. I was excited for the whitewater rafting again.
Oh, yeah, that was
that
fun
was really
too.
cool.
And the staff was also friendly in all of them too. Like, they really made the experience so awesome.
The wonderful staff was gracious enough to set up fun excursions each day and arrange transport.
This is our first day in Costa Rica, and we are ziplining today. Are you ready for this?
Yeah,
Let's do it! Woo!
Costa Rica is known for having the best zip lines in the world. As scary as it may seem to be strapped to a cable and literally putting your life on the line, the guides make sure your harness and all the equipment is safe and ready to go. Zipping through the trees and getting to see the jungle was so exhilarating. Make sure you bring shoes or sandals that have a strap, and if you take your phone or camera, it's at your own risk. One of my favorite parts was coming up to the Tarzan swing. There's something about standing on the edge and feeling that drop.
I will count 1, 2, 3, and then we jump.
You didn't count!
Last but not least was the Superman zip line. We had to jump into another harness. I love this because we got to go zip through the trees and see everything from another angle. I really loved our first day of excursions. I was super thrilled for our second day because we were whitewater rafting. After the guide goes over a quick safety briefing, into the water we go. Our guide was hilarious. He ran us into every rock and wall that he could. If you have a good eye, you can spot birds and sloths along the river. When you're not in the rapids, you can take a dip into the refreshing, cool water. You could go barefoot or bring water shoes. If you have a GoPro, bring a mount. What I love most about this was the thrill of hitting the rapids and trying not to fall off. On the third day, we took it a little easy and spent the morning hiking into Cloud Forest. It was an easy stroll and so calming. I love listening to the birds, especially the mockingbirds. Our guide pointed out the walking trees where they actually move their roots 20 meters a year just for light. And the blue jean frogs, colorful and poisonous. Our last excursion was my favorite. We started off by getting geared up. Then we went hiking to a bridge suspended in the jungle. You could already hear the waterfalls below us. They used a rope to lure us down into the canyons, and the view was just beautiful.
Oh my gosh, look at this waterfall!
We made our way by rappelling down each canyon and walking through water. Once we got to the end, we caught a ride back on a tractor. While I loved all the outdoor activities, the highlight of this trip for me was meeting the founders and all the rescued animals.
Lands and Love is a nonprofit, no-kill organization founded by 16 Israeli lifelong friends. The founders believe that all animals deserve love, respect, and protection. They moved to Costa Rica in 2005 and each brought their own cats and dogs, which were about 25 of them. They began adopting abandoned and sick animals, and this became a safe haven for animals where they could recover, get food, and be loved.
So all of these cats have been rescued or dropped off here because in Costa Rica, there is no government funding for rescued animals. So there's no pound like in the United States.
All of these are rescued then?
Yeah, they just drop them off, and if they require medication or surgery, here they will do that and provide them with a loving home.
Yeah, cool.
Oh, and they're friendly.
And they're really friendly. They love humans.
People started recognizing their efforts, and animals would be brought to them.
Some were delivered in boxes or tied in bags to the front entrance.
Some were found in trash cans, wounded or alone.
Who said that there was a dog hanging around there alongside the road, and his head full of blood. So we rushed there, and we found him with a very ugly cut on his forehead.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and his eye was sticking out.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we rushed him to the vet, and he managed to save his eye.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, now he doesn't have an eyelid, and he stitched everything, so that's why he has the scar. And he's the sweetest dog, really.
So
He is sweet.
They would get notified sometimes when there were animals in need, like one of the goats, as it got older, it stopped producing milk. And the owner planned to slaughter it for meat because it had no use for it. But the founders bargained with the owner in order to save its life. And it's been here for several more years.
You see all these stones with the names and the paintings? This one just in front of us, they're inscribed only in Hebrew. Because most of our, that's our mother tongue. So this one just in front of us, the name is Bibi. You see these weird signs that look like an Egyptian inscription, actually. That's in Hebrew. Her name is Vivi. She was quite old when she came to us with her sister. Actually, their owner, she was an old lady who had cancer. And when she figured out these dogs were her babies. When she figured out she couldn't take care of them anymore because she was too old and too sick, so she came over with a family and asked us if we are willing to take them in. Of course, we agreed. We took care of them. Eventually, they also had cancer. Her sister had a throat cancer, and she had something else. They stayed with us. They got all the treatments, everything, like our own dogs, until they died. One of them died out of cancer, and the other, Vivi, died of old age. And for the ladies, was very, very, very caring. Actually, she really cared for them, and she kept in touch with us. She used to send money for their alimonies every month, and we used to send her photos and everything. And eventually, she died before them, so she didn't know they were sick.
Today they have around 1,300 animals.
Goats, sheep, cats, dogs, bunnies, ducks, chickens, you name it. Although a lot of the animals are available to adopt, there continues to be an influx of animals because they are open to receiving all of them. And just last month, they received another 200 animals. The monthly expense to feed, provide medical care, and rehabilitate these animals costs $60,000 a month.
They use the proceeds of the excursions, hotel,
And
and restaurants to pay for these expenses.
Since COVID-19, the lack of tourism has greatly affected their ability to meet their needs. And they've had a huge reduction where they've only received 20% of their monthly expenses. So
now they need your help.
Because now they're in danger of shutting down.
A couple of ways you can help support them is share this to help boost and promote tourism.
You can also make a donation. There's a link in the description below.
No amount is too small.
And if you're seeing this in July of 2023, I'll be doing a giveaway on my Instagram where we'll be giving away a 5 free night stay where you can have the same experiences that we shared in this video here.
Thank you! Thank you! Go vegan! Go vegan!